Hello my friends, and welcome back to a continued blind Let's Play by the default HD where the fairy flies for the PC, the offline mod. My name is FlightlessBird, this is your story-based game channel, and today we crash the castle of the Vampire Lord. Let's go. Hope you're all having a wonderfully fantastic day today as we unlock the door to the vampire castle.
Did you hear that sound? I believe the gate is finally unlocked.
Woohoo!
That was anticlimactic. He could have at least included a flash, a bang,
Can we not?
or a puff of smoke.
Let's head in before Ringabel has a chance to flap his gums again.
Let's head in.
It's freezing in here. Even colder than it is outside.
This is a lot since no one's
Look
outside.
at all those paintings.
Did we just stumble into an art gallery?
They all have a sort of forlorn look to them.
Do you hear that noise? Sound like little mice or something. Alright, so there's 4 chests in this area. Oh, right. I gotta turn off the, So, I grinded a couple levels before fighting the dragons. But my EXP was off, so I missed out on like 2 or 3 levels on the dragons. So, in a way, I'm either right where I'm supposed to be or under leveled now at that point. Wonderful. Definitely want to turn off the auto, considering. Considering. What the heck? Whoa, 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 whoa! What the heck just happened? What? If the dog hits you if you hit the dog once, he instantly kills you. How is that fair? It doesn't make any sense at all. I hit it for like 600 damage and it just goes, bonk, you're dead. How is this fair? Oh, I forgot to do my my thingamajig here. Let me go ahead and do that before I forget. So I took a break from this game and thought about what to do. And I will say, I already found a secret. How about that? Bloodblade. I will say that I have given this a great deal of thought, and that's not what I want to do. Drained, but could that backfire if I'm fighting undead? But I've got this great deal of thought, and I thought about Final Fantasy 3. And I remember Final Fantasy 3, the worst thing about Final Fantasy 3 was when the game forced you to change jobs to get through a part in the game. Like, you had to make a party of all mages because you had to make yourself small. And I always, with a game as free as this, to limit yourself to not being able to do X because the game is built in Y way, I just don't like it. I mean, I love the jobs in this game. I love the versatility. I love the uniqueness to it. I love the fact that I can make my characters into whatever I want them to be.
My, what a large portrait. Is that Lord DeRosso?
So to sum up everything that I want to say, I can change my entire party to mages because Cerberus counters physical attack like instant kills. I could make my party entirely mages and play like that. I don't want to. I really don't want to. I don't want to build my party that way. And you know what? this game gives me the option to basically say, well, if you don't want to do something, don't do it. Turn off the encounters, which is basically what I did. So we're just going to run through this castle and hope that the rest of the game doesn't have this mandatoriness to it. Because I really enjoy this game and I love it a lot. And I have praised this game, and out of all the games that I play on the channel, this is the one where I look forward to every day. And I'm like, yes, I can play a good old-fashioned RPG, because that's my first love as a gamer, is these old school RPGs. So I don't want this area and that one specific enemy cause me to ruin the fun I have in this game. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I mean, if this annoys you, not to say if this annoys you, the fact that I turn off encounters, but if this part of the game annoyed you, let me know in the comment section below, because I would love to know what your thoughts of this castle and that specific enemy. I can't believe they made an enemy that basically said, if you want any physical attackers at all, you can't have them. That is crazy. Now, I could probably do the ninja move where I counter all physical attacks, because he seems to do all physical attacks. But, I mean, the best thing you can do is just nuke it. Make an Arcanist who can instant kill someone if they have a certain status. You make yourself immune to all status and just go with that. But, again, that's not my idea of fun. You know what I mean?
His wife was sure an attractive one. Oh, and it says something under the painting.
Can we not ring a bell?
Lester, eldest son of the House of DeRosso, future clergyman of the Crystal Adventists and cardinal of the Crystal Orthodoxy, born in the land of Eternia on a cold winter's day. So, that's his mother, not his beautiful young wife. And that little baby is Lord DeRosso.
Clergyman? Of the Crystal Adventists?
Is something the matter, Agnes?
The Crystal Adventists were the predecessors of the Crystal Orthodoxy. It is now known as the Old Faith, but it hasn't been practiced in over 2,400 years. How could he have been a member of the Adventist clergy? According to this portrait, Lord DeRosso is incredibly old, even ancient.
Yes, indeed. For I was born of these frozen lands in a time some 2,400 years from this day.
Is you just randomly listening to me?
And this portrait?
I was but an infant, as you can see. This is a reproduction, however. The original was lost long ago to fire.
So you just randomly tell me a story as we go through his dungeon or his castle? That's very interesting. I like it. I like it, the fact that he's trying to make me understand more about the lore. It's awesome.
And what of the part that reads, clergyman of the Crystal Adventists and cardinal of the Crystal Orthodoxy?
Yes. As Wind Vestal, you would be expected to take interest in such matters. But ere I delve into the matter of the Old Faith and the Orthodoxy, allow me to tell of the founding of this land. As you may well know, this land had long been ruled by the Crystal Orthodoxy. However, 15 years passed, the Templar rose up and occupied their lands. Thus was the Duchy of Eternia born. Or so I expect you have been taught. However, the Templar did not found a new state. In truth, he restored an ancient dynasty.
He did?
Long before the Crystal Orthodoxy ruled this land, it was known as the Kingdom of Eternia. In a time 2,400 years past, Eternia was a bountiful land blessed with 4 distinct seasons. The highlands were not as lofty as they are today. People and ideas flowed freely from other lands. The kings of Eternia were protectors of the Earth Crystal and the Crystal Adventists, ruling in peace for generations. To the west lay the castle of the House of DeRosso, hereditary dukes of Eternia with royal blood in their veins. Relations with the royal family were good, and ever did the kings of Eternia treat the dukes of our house with kindness. In return, the House of DeRosso did faithfully serve generations of Eternian kings.
Yeah, I mean, I love this. I love this story, and I mean, it's just those one enemies I can't stand.
A family portrait by Lord.
Is this the same?
Little did he know of the approaching maelstrom. Such tragedy that we could not possibly fathom.
Okay. So let's explore the rest of this place. Safety ring. And stairs, and the last chest is the locked chest. It's kind of weird to have the hidden chest happen so early. Normally it happens on the 3rd floor, so. Army shoes. And yes, I did miss a lot of EXP from not turning on the EXP for the dragons. I think I mentioned that already, but like I said, I took a day to ponder how I wanted to approach this castle. I was thinking about gutting myself into it and just, like I said, going all magic and doing that to clear this place. But I said, yeah, let's enjoy this game. Which I am, immensely. This has been like one of the best RPGs I've played in a while. I play a lot of them. And I kind of say that about every RPG too, which, I mean, maybe I'm not the best judge of games. I'm not the best reviewer. But when I play a game, I actively try to find the best thing about the game. So that way I can enjoy it regardless of how good or bad the game is. But I can say that this game has been a lot of fun. It looks like somebody turned there. Doesn't it? Oh, it's a portrait. I can say though that I really, really enjoy this game. It's been a lot of fun. Absolutely a blast. And I'm really looking forward to Bravely Default, or Bravely Second, as well as Bravely Default 2, if Bravely Default 2 is as good as the others. I do have a problem with playing the 3rd game in some games though. Like, we played all 3 Chrono Triggers. But we didn't play all 3 Grandias, or all 4. We didn't play all 3 Shadow Hearts yet, or all 4. I mean, technically, I guess Kudelka is a Shadow Hearts game.
This one shows a castle in flames.
I actually went and looked up how expensive Kudelka is, and believe it or not, Kudelka, the Shadow Hearts prequel for the PS1, that game is worth like $500 at the cheapest. I was blown away by that. I mean, there ain't no way I'm spending $500 on a game. So if I ever play Kudelka, it'd probably be emulated because I just can't afford it. I mean, that game is just so expensive.
A large army surrounds it. It looks as if it could fall at any moment. Is this not this very castle? See, this is the western corridor right here.
There's another castle burning in the distance. It's near where Eternian Central Command is today.
So then, that's the Orthodoxy's head temple in flames?
Whoa, that was cool.
Nay, the distant castle in flames belonged to the King of Eternia, and the castle in the fore. 'Tis the abode of my family, the House of DeRosso.
But why? Why would such a terrible thing?
The kingdom of Eternia was suddenly beset by a great host from another land. We would later come to know that it was a 4-state coalition sent by order of the Crystal Orthodoxy. They had been told the King of Eternia sought a return to Adventism and was arming for war against the Orthodoxy. The Grand Patriarchy used this fiction to order a great muster of forces from across the lands. Alas, I failed to heed the many warning signs. I rejected the scheming Cardinal's choice for Grand Patriarch. But he succeeded in luring votes from other factions, and his became the ruling faction of the Grand Patriarchy. It was they who wished to establish Crystal Orthodoxy as the uncontested world religion. Under their orders, the castle of the Eternian King was besieged. It fell in mere weeks. Before long, the great host was at the gates of our castle, and my father lay brutally murdered. The water supply was poisoned, and the Orthodoxy's forces drew an ironclad ring around the castle. By then, the castle sheltered naught but the elderly, the young, the wounded. There was no hope of resistance. I was forced to sue for peace, even offering my own mother as hostage per their demands. Yet that failed to break the siege. The commoners who had placed their faith in my family and me slowly starved to death. It was then that a letter arrived from a man. That man was the Cardinal, who had sought to influence my vote. The Fiend was now the officer in charge of the attack. He wrote that he would not accept my surrender. Such was the hatred he bore for me. Such hatred that he was willing to let countless innocents die. My mother had been murdered. Our castle was consumed in flames. That is the painting you see here.
How could the Orthodoxy do such a thing?
I really like these. These are great.
Lord DeRosso's castle siege painting.
Such a tragic tale.
I mean, the ambiguity of the sides and who's right and who's wrong is a really cool theme in this game. And I love how they give DeRosso this real story to him. This honorable dude who feels like everything's been taken away from him, which it has. And I also think that turning off the combat actually benefit in this place, because I can actually go and see all the stories play out without having these massive encounters in between. And some of these encounters are massive. Like I said, the Cerberus enemies, you gotta kill them a certain way, and that takes time. And needless to say, it would take a lot of time to do. I'm gonna look at all this equipment once we get up to the top. I don't even know if I'll be able to beat DeRosso. I mean, if he has a gimmick to him, it could make the fight very, very difficult. But at the same time, even if he doesn't have a gimmick to him, I feel like I'm woefully underleveled at level 59. And I don't know if I'll be able to defeat him. But it should be interesting to watch. I mean, I can always go and level some more. I'm very close to getting the growth egg. Although I do like money, and I do like being able to buy stuff, so I don't know if I really need the growth egg. I mean, having to get no money is kind of a downer. I went the wrong way. Yes, I totally went the wrong way. I like how you hear the sounds of bats in this place too. Very cool. Oh, I can go this way. Nope, I can't go this way. There's a chest all the way down here that I completely missed. And then this way. Chest number 2. Lamia's tiara. That sounds interesting. Because a lot of times the Lamia enemy is infamous for its charm ability. So I wonder if that protects against charm. Is there a painting over here? Yes, there is. I almost missed this. Or did I?
field landscape?
It represents the long and hard-fought war between the Orthodoxy and we denizens of darkness.
His voice actor is amazing
For
too.
500 years, my thirst for vengeance remained unsated. It had also been 500 years since the Orthodoxy had been founded. The world was in the midst of an age of seafaring and piracy. Compared to the great exchange of ideas and information, the once hallowed Orthodoxy began to lose its luster. The authority of the Grand Patriarch and the Orthodoxy itself began to wane. Fearing irrelevancy, the Grand Patriarchy acted rashly to regain its authority. This led to the unusual decision to select a commoner, the gifted young Yuliana, for an important task.
Yuliana? Sage Yuliana?
We've heard of him before.
Yes, indeed. At age 20, the young Yuliana became High Inquisitor of the Crystal Orthodoxy.
At 20?
It's hard to believe he ever was young.
It was no laughing matter, for there was no one more skilled at rooting out enemies of the faith than he. The shadowy ones, those who had been working against the Orthodoxy, were crushed by the host he led. In the several decades that saw him age, I cannot count the number of times we have crossed swords, he and I. In the great battle waged on the Karka Plain, the might of our clashing forces rent the very earth into a vast rift.
You mean the rift under Ison Bridge?
In the battle at the foot of Mount Fragmentum, our armies smote the mountain to its very roots.
So that's how that ravine was created.
And in the battle fought on the Harina Plain, the once fertile earth was reduced to desolation. The loss of that fertile plain is believed to have ushered in the downfall of the Harina dynasty.
To think any sort of battle could change the face of the earth so.
We fought our final battle 1800 years ago on the Norende Heights in the land of Kaldisla.
The Norende Heights? That's where the Great Chasm opened up!
In the end, Yuliana, High Inquisitor of the Crystal Orthodoxy, utterly defeated me. Lord DeRosso, leader of the Shadows.
Huh.
You were defeated? But you're here with us today.
Yes, well, there was more to that final battle than meets the eye. You see, I ceded the glory of victory to young Yuliana that day. I say young in my reckoning, for he was already 100 then.
How old is this guy?
Yuliana returned triumphantly to Eternia with what he claimed to be my remains. What he brought them was not human. And when the Templar attacked the head temple 15 years past, it is said they found my tomb deep underground. Ever dreading the darkness and my return, the Orthodoxy kept those duplicitous remains under arcane seal for over 1,000 years. 'Tis a tale replete with irony, is it not?
Yeah, it's... Man, the writing here is fantastic.
Lord DeRosso's war landscape.
It's hard to imagine a war lasting 500 years.
That's the truth. Okay, let's continue on. Only one chest here. I don't see any exclamation marks, so... And again, I can only imagine how much you would level in this place. But we'll give it our best shot. Give it our best shot. Either way, I'm enjoying the story. What is that? It's hard to see. Can I zoom in? Oh, no, don't do that. Zoom in.
That is Sage Juliana.
Yes, indeed. No one would mistake such a man for young now. Having put down the blood-sucking Lord DeRosso, bane of the Crystal Orthodoxy, he became the first ever commoner to become an archbishop.
Pretty
Perhaps
amazing.
It was a small honor they threw his way, for he was already 101 years old and would not long count among the living.
That makes it sound despicable.
Agreed. The truth is, however, that was when Yuliana's plot was at its most clever.
The sage's plot? What was he plotting?
He was taking measures to separate you Vestals and the faithful among the people from the Orthodoxy's corruption. After serving some 80 years, he had witnessed firsthand how corrupt the institution had become. Should nothing be done, it would not be long before the putrid poison would do harm to the most innocent of the faith. So it was he vowed to rid the Orthodoxy of the source of this poison, the concentration of power.
But how?
For the great feat of defeating me, Yuliana had been made Archbishop, but in name only. But such was not key to his plot. Timing was the key. The proper time to separate the Vestals and the faithful from the Orthodoxy.
And just what timing would that be?
The great upthrust of the Eternian Highlands. At the time, the Highlands were not so formidable as they are today. But a colossal movement of earth and rock thrust the Highlands to lofty heights, thereby isolating Eternia from the world.
Hold on a moment. He was waiting for the Earth to move? How could he have known when such an event would take place?
I shall tell you in time. For now, I will say this. Yuliana bided his time till the Orthodoxy was cut off from the world.
And we do have a book that tells of future events. Maybe he has the same method?
And at last, it happened. The Highlands ringing Eternia did thrust up to about half its height today. The Orthodoxy-ruled Eternia now found itself completely isolated, for this was an age preceding the airship. And while the Earth Crystal remained in their keep, control of the crystals of fire, water, and wind was returned to their respective temples. This, what you believe to be the true form of crystalism, is the fruit of Yuliana's efforts.
That was the sage's doing? I won't ever call him a miserable old lech again.
Sage.
I was thinking there for a second that maybe Yuliana purposely is setting up the events and he's like a true mastermind behind everything that's going on. But why is he helping?
A portrait of the Archbishop.
He looks just as he does today, save for that elaborate attire.
Okay, continue on. I love how these side plots add to the story too. It's not just, oh, we go off and we try to get a job. It's these things actually mean something. And that's great. I love that so much.
What is that glowing jewel-like object? I could swear I've seen something like that before.
I believe you have seen a similar sight countless times. It is known as an asterisk.
Oh, we know that.
An asterisk? As in those objects we possess?
The jobs.
Yes, indeed. The second stage in Yuliana's plot against the Orthodoxy's authority was to deprive them of the power to grant vocations.
Grant vocations? I'm afraid I don't follow.
Before Yuliana intervened, special approval was required to change vocations within the Crystal Orthodoxy. In this way, the institution grew rich through fat profits they called alms.
So the Orthodoxy cornered the job market and the fees to participate therein?
In layman's terms, yes. But Juliana exposed this fact before the reigning Grand Patriarch. It was then that Juliana approached panicked high officials and the Grand Patriarch himself with a proposal of pure genius. He showed them a stone known as an Asterisk, saying the granting of vocation should be based on it, overseen by the Orthodoxy. Those who sought such vocations would apply to the Orthodoxy and pay a fair price. Anyone with the means to pay could thus learn a new job.
That's no different from the old system where people had to pay alms.
No different indeed. But the Grand Patriarch and his officials had not but the material profits of the Orthodoxy in mind. Hence, they accepted Juliana's proposal without question, even appointing him to the important position of overseeing the new Asterisk system.
I fail to see how that really changed anything.
Well, it did far more than you would guess. For he was the only one who knew how to make the Asterisk stones.
He made them?
Why, that wily old fox?
What?
So it was Juliana robbed the Orthodoxy of its authority to grant jobs and took it for himself.
What of the Orthodoxy's profits? Wouldn't they demand Juliana transfer the proceeds to their coffers?
Juliana was long gone. Abandoning the seat of Archbishop, he fled with his knowledge of the Asterisk craft. He also took arms and armor the Orthodoxy had seized from around the world, items of such power that their use was forbidden. He took them all and sealed them away in a hidden location.
I really hope he's on
They
our
now
side.
lie secreted away against the day the Orthodoxy's tyranny or some other impending doom threatens the people. He then hid himself in Juliana Woods until those who knew him reached the end of their natural lives. But that did not take long, for I led the forces of the shadows to ensure their swift demise. I had always believed the Crystal Orthodoxy required not but the crystals, the Vestals, and the faithful. With the institution free of corruption, I returned to my homeland of Eternia after a 700-year absence. Where my family's castle once stood, I built a fortress of ice from whence I have been watching over the Orthodoxy's head temple. Meanwhile, Juliana retired to that land to tend to the Vestals. But you know of that better than I.
Say Juliana.
Man, this is a lot.
The Asterisk painting.
Sage Juliana created asterisks to chip away at the Crystal Orthodoxy's authority.
I'm also surprised to hear how the asterisks were created. Okay, chest here. Lilith's rod. And then let's check out these items. So Lilith's rod plus magic attack and Asper. Yep, nullified charm. Plus strength. Plus intelligence. Plus mind. Plus dexterity plus critical. So I mean, he can hit really hard with Excalibur, but I probably want to give him, actually, it would be good to give him Excalibur. That way he can have a backup when he runs out of MP. You can have the bow, so you move faster. Kind of okay with all of this. The Hyper Racers are even better than what we used before. You want to use the Soul Thermaza. Wow, plus 20 magic attack. That's nice. Okay, I think I'm good with that. And we haven't had any better armor in a while. That's a lot better than what I'm using. Why am I not using that? I mean, especially based also off the armor that's S and whatever. Like, some armor is just better than others. Like here, the Star Corselet has more physical defense, but less magic attack and more magic defense. It's kind of hit or miss based on your job class. Throw him in Ether. And let's heal Agnes. Let's heal with Agnes. And I think we are ready to try this out. Reflect. And yes, so you see we're at 430,000. Although there is a discussion to be had of whether or not I should just buy some of these items. Something like the magic knife greatly increases magic damage. It's not even close. I'm probably gonna do that eventually. I just need to think about it some. Alright, let's go meet Lord DeRosso.
I commend you for making it this far.
Oh, no more paintings?
The final painting lies beyond this throne. I shall reveal it to you if you defeat me in battle.
What?
The last test is a test of strength. I shall only reveal the painting to those whom I deem worthy. One might also say that there is no need for those who are unworthy to lay their eyes.
I like this guy.
it.
I really do.
But be forewarned, I am a formidable foe. I trust you are well prepared.
He reminds me of Rubicante from Final Fantasy IV. Look at that sword. Oh boy. Pretty sure it could probably drain me too, which is bad. Alright, let's get physical defense. Actually, I should do this first. Shell split. Scale strip. Defang. Boost our physical defense. You know, if I'm boosting physical defense, I should probably use the other move, the magic attack one. Okay, what are you doing? Probably stealing. And you are probably waiting on that. I don't know why I have ritualism on you. It's not as helpful. We do have re-raise, which could be really good. I hope this just doesn't go away though. And what are you doing? You are Want to target absorb all. Raise elemental damage. Reduce elemental damage. That could be good. Can I cast it though? Because if you see there, it looks like I can't cast it. I'm gonna try it. Of course, no seals. I never get lucky on the steals.
I got this!
Let's go! Nice. Very nice. Oh, that hurt. I need you to karate yourself.
Time! Go still!
What do you do? I need to slow this down. Oh my god! What the? What the living heck was that?
Beyond all limits!
How the heck am I supposed to survive that? I have no idea. I have no idea how to stop that. I hope that's enough to do the quadruple re-raise. Why can't I steal anything? Jeez. Gotta be kidding me. Yeah, I can't survive that attack. I do not have the HP. I don't have the levels. I mean, it is just, that right there is just a wipe every single time. Now, I did try to manipulate the SP to try to help me with that, but I don't think I can win it right now. Okay, before I give up, and before I go start grinding a lot, I did go and try to find some tips online on how to defeat the vampire. I tried to avoid spoilers as much as possible, so I didn't look at anything else, but apparently there is a way to maybe get past super move, and it's with this, Rampart. So this blocks one physical attack with your entire party, and if I can keep this up, it should protect me from his super move. Providing I can keep it up 100% of the time. He does have a sword, so the physical attack defense should work. Idea is mostly the same here, except I don't have Thief Form for some reason. I mean, I don't have Mug, but I can get Mug. Go into our items and equip this. Thief's Knife, there we go. And just steal on Moss. Yeah, just steal. Go back. There we go. I mean, if this doesn't work, or if he doesn't have something worth stealing, we could always just try something else. Now, Ring a Bell, he's gonna sing. And he's gonna sing the, what's it called? That one more for you. And that one is basically going to raise Tiz's BP, which will allow Tiz to constantly protect. Why is she a Spirit Master? Like, what am I thinking here? Reduce BP for those with a lot and raise those. I think I was trying to think about maybe using that, but that sounds a little bit risky. I don't want to give him BP. I don't think Spirit Master is the best player. I think I just made her for cures. But, I mean, going cure and something else might have been better. Just block. Alright, let's do this. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Come on! You just killed her just like that! Are you kidding me? Rise? Rise? Yeah. Let's pick her up. This isn't good. If Tiz is slow and I don't get that rampart up, I have no shot. What does that do? There's nothing. Anyway, let's focus. Rampart. But the idea, we need to get distracted with the rampart. We may need to respec or something if he's not fast enough. What am I doing? Stealing. Right. We're stealing. Right. Try to steal. So let's see what he's got. Let's do one more for you. Like I said, keep that BP up. And, block. Okay, Rampart is fast enough. Yeah! Alright, that blocked. Good. That blocked. We should be able to survive this, providing we can be fast enough to keep that up. Yeah. I probably just want to keep him topped off as much as possible. Because I don't have Rampart on right now, so if he does this special, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm actually dead, so... Hopefully he doesn't spam it. Because if he spams it, I'm screwed. Because I need one turn to do that. Okay, that was good. Now we can try to reverse our fortunes here and go for a little bit of damage. You can get back your... Now I know it's not really good to steal from him. My looks is fine, don't get me wrong, but... It's not the best thing in the world. Okay, now I don't know if he's undead or not, or if he's human, but if he's undead, this is going to do some great damage. Although he could be a demon too. I'm going to change the last one to a demon just to see. That's not a bad idea. Alright, I'm going to have you brave, and you just keep filling him up. And you... I could drop a bomb on his head, but... I really don't like her skills here. She doesn't bring what I need to be brought to this, except more cures. But that's about it. Not undead and not a demon. That's a little bit... So he must be human then. Which sucks, because I don't have anything to really counter that. Alright, I have Rampart up, so guarding with you is fine. Drop a nuke on his head, see what happens. $700 damage. That was pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. That didn't do nearly as much as I thought it would do. Now, when he attacks like that, that's unfortunate, but maybe I could block his attack. I do have a lot of defense on him, so why not? But if you do this, and then the Utu Semi, I wonder if that'll work. Okay, the Garvai guy is kind of annoying. Okay, here... I need a block, because if he does that super move, I need to make sure I can survive it. I would like to use re-raise on Tiz, just in case. And I'm gonna use, I need her to heal. Okay, I'm waiting for him to use his big move. Kind of have to just, you know, not rush this, I don't think. Because he hurts. He hurts a lot. Okay. I didn't see a counter there, unfortunately. But what I can do now is I can piracy and go for reduced defense. And then I can go for a Rampart here. Oh, she dodged it. So the Rampart didn't go away on her. Interesting. Let's put some re-raises up. Am I gonna be able to do enough damage to this guy, though? Like, I could stall a long time. This fight would take like an hour. Let's see. I have all ramparts up, so go ahead and use Gig Plan Swing. You know, that does a lot of damage. As for you, I guess what you can do is your Utsusemi works really well. And then just attack. And then continue to re-raise. Not a bad idea. I really wish I had something I could do with Agnes, because I don't really feel like she can do a lot right now. I can summon Tiz. Or enter, I should say. I should have sent this special move. Darn it, what was I thinking? Probably wasn't thinking. I should have sent that. That's pretty good damage. Go again, Mentra.
No turning back!
Okay. Got re-raise on almost everyone. You're gonna guard. You're gonna put re-raise on our last person here. And you are going to... Reflect is probably not a good idea. Takeover. Sure, do that. I mean, damage is damage. Okay, I need to... Rampart. I need you to sing. Probably at ×2. And I need you to make sure he doesn't run out of MP. I have no idea what Battle Thirst does. I hope it doesn't heal him, because that'd be bad. Fortunately, we're about to lose our song here in a second. Okay, let's see. Rampart again. And then... you're going all in. And you're gonna do Utsusemi with... Fortunately, hunting doesn't get me what I wanted it to. And I don't have Human Slayer. It's a shame. Would have helped so much. What else? What else? What else? What else? I really wish she would be useful. Because I don't feel like she's useful at all in this fight. I mean, our Holy did like no damage whatsoever. Yggdrasil staff? Eh. Should have bought that magic knife. That's what I should have done. I could try a rod to see if that does more damage. Probably not. It's probably based on mind. Okay. Wait. Continue to buff. Actually, yeah, buff him. It's more important that we get defense up. I forgot to see how much that Holy did. I'm gonna have to watch again. $1,300. That's pathetic. That is absolutely pathetic. Okay, Rampart. I am absolutely blown away that this strategy is working, and I don't like to normally look things up, but in this case, I'm kind of glad I did. Although, while this is working, it could have been better. Because, well, you know, with Agnes, she's kind of useless. Rampart. And let loose. I don't need her to do Uchi Semi. It's nice, I don't need it though. And right now, I would like to do some damage. Should have probably done this before she attacked. I could still do that. And then, yeah, she just doesn't feel like she has a role in this fight. I could have done a lot more damage to him.
Let's end this quick.
Okay, that didn't do like any damage at all, but it does give physical attack up to all my characters, which is very useful because I can do something like, actually, you defend. And I'm gonna need one more for you on you. Weirdly enough, for like whole roll in this fight, just to make sure someone doesn't run out of MP. Which is kind of lame. Okay. Rampart. Get your... Nah, you don't need BP back up. Give it to Adia. Okay, what next? What next? What next? You need a guard. You need to let loose. You need to make sure my boy stays topped. And why just have you attack? It's not gonna do a lot of damage, but oh well. Oh, I should have equipped her with a bow. Dang it, I messed up that one. Yeah, I totally messed that one up. Okay, go with the Rampart. This, the Rampart re-raise strategy works very well because even if I get unlucky once, the re-raises will kick in, which is very good. Items. Oh, I can't equip a bow with you because you got the Blessed Shield. It's gonna do no damage with this. Where's Excalibur? He probably does. Darn it! Like I said, I don't have any good use for her. I mean, she could use the Gale Bow. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, do I want to Rampart here again? Probably. Okay, that's a, oh, no, that's fine. Because she can probably just easily tank it. Yeah, she can probably easily take that. That, however, is a little bit more annoying because now there's two people who are exposed, and it's kind of hard for her to take it if I don't have a shield on her. Okay, you can just take the next attack. And why don't you just go and attack? Ooh. That's unfortunate. He can't take that. Alright, let's hit Rampart. You have a ton of BP now. And why don't you get Karag on everyone? Oh, just in time. Oh, ho, ho, ho. That was close. Oh. Almost bad habits. Now I want to try using a healing item on him. Although he's not... Okay, Adia, I need you to hit this guy really, really hard. It's a shame I didn't have her as a pirate slash ninja. Because then I could have reduced his physical defense and then attacked 3 times. It's kind of risky to do it with Tiz though. I can get away with it every once in a while, but why are you loaded for? I'm just so used to doing that. Wow, not a lot of damage on that one. Yeah, you attack. Alright, that rampart worked perfectly. I would like to actually hit him with something strong. It's just, don't really have the time. What I could do though is I could cast Quick on Adia, so that way next time she attacks, she does more damage. Do I have anything that can help me with this fight? A Berserk effect? I mean, I could give that to Adia. That was a lot of misses. Yeah, just let Adia go crazy. That's basically all I need to do. Why don't you piracy and reduce his defense? You boost Adia. And kill yourself. Okay, so Adia should be like going crazy now. Let's see what else I can do. I could attack. I mean, I have 3 BP stored up, so why not? That did no damage. Oh, look at that. Unfortunately, she's only gonna attack 1 at a time. But still, that should be like consistent, her attacking non-stop, right? Okay, oh my god. Anya almost died there. Do I have Rampart up? I do. Not. Not on everyone. Hey, if she can do 5,000 damage every turn, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm absolutely okay with that. Now then again, he has physical defense down, so it's not what it looks like. Oh. This is one heck of a fight. Let's see. I need a rampart here. Oh, she's no longer berserk. What a shame. Why don't you just block and I'll put you up in a second. Actually, actually go twice. That's fine. And then I will berserk after she goes. That Berserk is a big difference in damage. Let's see. Reduce your defense. Raise your PP. Wow, he just jumped out of the way. Well, that was something. Just hit him. Doesn't matter if you do like no damage. It all adds up. You hold. Actually, you don't need a hold. But yeah, you kind of need a hold. Nah, you don't need a hold. Let's give you a Turbo Ether to Ring a Bell. Ring a Bell, why don't you do one more for me, and why don't you Karaga? Okay. Let's see. Now I need to Rampart again. And you need to buff him up. And you just attack. Yeah! Yeah!
Can this be?
Woo!
The immortal Lester DeRosso has been defeated?
Woohoo! Oh, what a fight! Oh my goodness, that was one of the most tense fights I've had yet. Because before I got the re-raise up, at any time he could have used that ability before I was ready, and practically ended it. So that was a grind, but in the end, the strategy worked. Now I know I said at the beginning of this video, in the beginning of, well, not at the beginning of the video, but after I died to the Cerberus, that having a strategy specific towards one thing isn't as fun as when you can have multiple strategies to win a fight. But this fight really made me appreciate the Performer class more. It made me appreciate the Templar class more. And I'm struggling to find a negative thing to say about having to use this strategy, because in the end it worked, and in the end it was a fun fight, and it was a tense fight, had me on the edge of my seat, and we won. So yeah, huzzah! Woo-hoo-hoo! What is this Asterisk gonna look like though? I mean, he's a vampire. It's a vampire Asterisk, okay. I love the outfits. Absorb stats and abilities when attacking. Oh, that must have been what he was doing. Okay. Favors daggers, rotted staves. Genome drain, vampirism. Ooh, wow. Rods, staves, daggers, all S's. Shields are an A. Armor's an E, unfortunately. But, pretty interesting. I don't know what the use of this class is, but, you know.
I am a man of my word. Behold the final painting.
I go weary, I bid you, leave me in peace. Looks like they're at war.
This painting.
It is the angel descended from the heavens during my final battle against Juliana.
An angel?
An angel?
When
What?
we last did battle 1800 years ago, the battle raged 100 days. The mountains of Norende rent asunder. Knowing the battle was reaching its end, I mustered the last of my strength to cast my greatest of spells. As my final attack surged forth, the angel did descend from the skies over Norende.
sure it was an angel?
Verily so, for there are no other words to describe her. For a moment, Yuliana and I stood captivated. Before we realized it, our struggle was forgotten. We both tended to the angel. But the angel lost her light. Her wings were shattered and her body torn asunder. There seemed little hope she would live. When she came to her senses, she trembled with fear. Yet with little remaining strength in her body, she made unto us an appeal.
What appeal? What did the angel say to you?
Ere she passed from this world, she slipped in and out of consciousness over many a day. In between ever-growing periods of unconsciousness, it was all she could do to mutter incoherently. A trap most vile, such a fool am I, the warriors of light, if it's not too late. These she would repeat over and over. When she did come to her senses, she would speak of the calamity that had befallen her. She spoke of how Luxembourg was on the brink of doom, and spoke with precision of the events that has heralded its coming. She herself was surprised to find that she knew of details of our past, and events of the future as well. The struggle between the old faith and orthodoxy, the tragedy that would befall my family, my immortality, even events of the distant future.
The distant future?
Yes, for the angel spoke of events that have not come to pass even now. Events that await you in your future.
How is
She told of a bringer
that?
of evil who would appear in the guise of one friendly to the Vestals and seduce them into unleashing chaos in the name of awakening the crystals.
She told of a bringer of evil who would appear in the guise of one friendly to the Vestals and seduce them into unleashing the chaos in the name of awakening the crystals? I mean, there's only 3 people that could be, right? Not necessarily. I was thinking it could either be Tiz, Ringbell, or Idea, but not necessarily. A bringer of evil who would appear in the guise of one friendly. The stupid fairy? Could it be the fairy? I mean, I was thinking maybe it's Yuliana, because that's what this whole story is about, but I have been sussing. I have been wary of that fairy for a while now, because there have been times in the game when doing the right thing didn't seem as important to her as just fixing the crystals. So is the fairy the bringer of evil? Okay, now my red flags have gone up even higher. I'm even more wary of this fairy.
This evil one would destroy Luxembourg by piercing the boundary that protects this world.
But what are we supposed to do? Not purify the crystals? I mean, that's the thing. It's like, obviously the purifying of the crystals is a good thing for the world, right? So, like, I mean,
And the opening of a great rift that sunders the earth shall herald its coming.
The Great Chasm.
The angel told of many other omens ere the great chasm would open. The light of earth shall raise up the north, and a deathly plague shall cover all the lands.
that doesn't sound good.
Then shall a great rift rend the earth. She then entrusted me with a certain task, one that only an immortal such as I could fulfill.
What sort of task could only an immortal fulfill?
That I cannot say, for she swore me to
Oh,
secrecy.
come on!
But thereopon she quietly passed from this world. For 3 days and 3 nights, my former mortal enemy Yuliana and I spoke of what had transpired. Ultimately, we vowed to join forces to prepare for the coming doom of which the angel had foretold.
Aw, tell me the secret!
The painting of the angel. It all all started with this fateful meeting.
Alright, well, I do like how we didn't kill him either. I mean, I hope we see him again in future games, because I really like his character.
Lord DeRosso, there is one last matter I fail to understand.
Why Juliana and I forgave the rebel Templar, even rendering him aid?
Yes.
Juliana and I conspired in a masquerade. He rose through the Orthodoxy's ranks for vanquishing me, and I went into hiding. That was when the first of the Angel's omens came to be. The land's ringing Eternia began to rise. While the second omen, the plague, had not yet come to pass, we continued to watch over the crystals and the Orthodoxy. So did 1,700 years pass in relative peace, save for a handful of suspicious crises surrounding the crystals. It was not till 30 years ago that the omens returned as if out of legend. First, the land's ringing Eternia began to rise once more. 10 years later, the Great Plague struck, whereupon I knew the Great Chasm was coming. It was then that we began our preparations to strike. It was evident from this series of events that the crystals were involved in some manner.
How?
Before the appearance of the Great Chasm, we would assault the temples and seize the crystals. We readied our forces for this plan. I entrusted the task to the Templar, a former cleric of the Orthodoxy. He was also to lead the newly mustered host.
Oh, Father.
While far from infallible, that was the best response I could manage for the coming of the Great Chasm. But I was soon faced with another problem, for the Orthodoxy began conspiring to hold the Grand Ritual in a bid to regain authority.
The Grand Ritual? But that is forbidden! It raises the energy long accumulated within a crystal to a cataclysmic level!
Indeed, and the Templar feared the heavy toll it would exact upon the crystal. He counseled us to dispatch our forces to the head temple with the greatest of haste. Were we to overlook the Grand Ritual and focus upon the coming Great Chasm? Or was the ritual the event that would bring upon the chasm? To wait or attack? The Templar and I could not agree. And so it was. He alone decided to lead a great host against the head temple and the Temple of the Crystal.
That is why my father did what he did?
As I have said before, the Templar is not the sort to send troops into battle over private matters, be they concerned with his wife or not. We threw our backing behind the Templar-led forces. Forever did we believe in his tireless resolve and action. And though the one we backed is the one you have defeated, that is perhaps but a small link in the great chain of events of which the Angel foretold.
You know, when I was discussing theories about this book, I don't think I had angelic divine intervention on my bingo card. Well, anyway, my name is FlightlessBird. This is FlightlessBird channel. This was a really long episode. I thought about maybe cutting this in half, but nah. We'll just put it all together. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for everything, my friends. Love you all so very much. And until next time, have a wonderful, fantastic day. I'll see you again very soon. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you'd like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. But before we go, please remember that you matter, and you are brilliant, and you are loved, and you should always be true to yourself. Never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.